I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. You know, how valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
Okay, we're going to do something I've only done once before, and that is I'm just going to keep this going while I hop in the ice bath so we can kill two birds with one stone and just document shit. So topic of today, and it's probably so echoey in here. Or I'll put the phone near here. Hold on, I got to set a timer real quick. Set a timer. So I go 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, we're going. 12 seconds left. All right. So I'm going to put this right here. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's unplugged, no electrocution. So I'm going to keep this going while I get in. So, something I've been thinking about lately, holy fucking shit, is how, so I get off work, I come home, and this week, it's cold, dude. I get off work, I come home, and what I've been doing this week is getting in the ice bath. And I try to go, like super quick. You know, I walk fast, I get my water, I put it in my cup, I try to move fast, you know. And I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, hey, what the fuck am I doing? That's not what urgency is. You know, as long as I'm paying attention to what I gotta get done, and I get it done, and if it takes me an extra 2 minutes to walk to wherever I gotta walk to, or do whatever I gotta do, I mean, that's fine. But when I am moving quick, physically moving quick, stresses me the fuck out. It's like, damn, dude, I gotta go, you know? But at the end of the day, I think doing that, like, for example, I come home, I have a pip in my step to get my stuff out of my car, walk upstairs, put my stuff away, fill out my bottle, and then I'm unscrewing the cap of my protein powder pretty quick, and then I dump the water in there, and then I shake it, and then I kind of do a light jog upstairs, and it's like, dude, what am I doing? I don't think that's what urgency is. And so that's pretty much, I mean, that's the episode right there. That's came to that realization, because I felt like that's what I needed to do, to be rushing around, be doing everything all the time. And I don't think the physical rushing around is what urgency is. I think it's important. Someone's jamming, dude. You hear that? I don't think it's important to have the physicality be rushed, because I think there's a lot of room for error when that happens. So like if I'm rushing and I unscrew the cap of my protein powder, but that tips over and I spill over the ground, well, I just cost myself maybe 15 minutes of cleaning that up and making sure that it's all clean, it's not sticky and whatever. But if I would have just not taken my time, but definitely just been more mindful of whatever the fuck I was doing, that would have saved me those 15 minutes. For example, I mean, that's made up bullshit, but yeah, it just got me thinking about certain things that I do in life that I try to rush into and try to get done quicker, but it's not about that. It's just about staying consistent and staying focused on the thing, as opposed to starting a 10-minute task, but taking unknowingly or unconsciously, I should say, like 3 2-minute breaks, not knowing. You know, if I pick up a phone, text someone back, and then I see I have an email and I look at that, you know, that 10-minute task just turned into almost 20. And it's not because I wasn't rushing around. Even if I was, it's just the fact that I wasn't focused. So for me, urgency is just the focused focus. That's what I wanted to say, but it's just focusing in on whatever you got to do and doing it without distraction. I guess adhering to the program or the protocol or the whatever you got to get done until it's done, knowing that it has to be done by a certain time, but not letting distractions dictate whether you do this or that or whatever in between. I don't know. It's a pretty loose distraction. Just made that up on the fly just there. But yeah, because I mean, the reason why I'm even recording this right now and not waiting till later is kind of like, so I got home from work, like I just said, 20 times, got home from work, got nice, or I was kind of trying to get my house kind of cleaned up a little bit. There's a couple things I wanted to I haven't tended to. So, I mean, there's a little scuff on the counter I wanted to clean up. And then I've got some styrofoam little things in my bedroom. So I wanted to grab those. There's just small little things. But in the back of my head, I was like, hey, you're going to be late to the gym. I was like, late? Because I'm picking up styrofoam in my goddamn room, you know? And because I'm cleaning off a scuff on my counter? Like, if I got a big, important, super big, huge meeting and I got to be there at 3 o'clock sharp, then maybe that's a different story. But there's no tight schedule for me. And even if there were, 2 minutes is not going to kill me. And I'm approaching this from the perspective, oh, you know what? This is going to end because it's going to go off with the timer. It's going to go off any second now, actually. How did I know that? That's crazy. Hold on, I'm looking at the timer right now. I got to make sure it doesn't... I don't know. Well, we're going to keep talking. Hopefully it doesn't cut off. So... No, it's 5 minutes. The fuck is... I'm getting out. What? Oh, wait. Oh, that's it. Time's going off. Yep, here we go. So what's funny actually about what just happened there was I forgot that I started recording before I got in the ice bath. So I saw the timer at 5 minutes and thought I should get out. But as I stood up, it was at 2 seconds remaining, which is crazy that I'm so used to those 5 minutes going by that my body has like this internal clock. So that's pretty cool. I've noticed that. I can just have a sense of when 5 minutes passes, which is cool. But anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Just about the picking shit up, you know? Like, oh yeah, so I'm approaching this whole thing from the stance of, you know, I've got certain things I got to get done. I don't have to be I don't have to do things in a timely manner as far as, you know, 2 minutes. Like for me, there's no sharp deadline for me to be at the gym at exactly 3:04 p.m. So if I don't get there until 3:04 as opposed to 2:55, it's not the end of the world. As a matter of fact, that might even make my workout better because it's like, okay, I got to go home when I'm done with this and clean up that shit on the counter, you know? Just some small shit that I never really even picked up on until I started doing things. And that's kind of all I wanted to touch on, just kind of how I perceive this stance on urgency. I mean, there's urgency for like meetings and deadlines and stuff, but I'm talking about just getting, just certain things done. I don't know, maybe I'm sounding not clear, but that's why we do the podcast, right? Just trying to learn and grow and move forward. So yeah, that's that. Also had another thought. I'm going to share it right now because we're only 7 minutes in, but there's a lot of things that I've thought about having, like doing a recording on. And I'm like, dude, that would be so cringy. That'd be so weird. I'm not going to do that shit. Are you kidding me? But then I think, okay, what would I think when I look back at this in 10 years? I would probably be like, fuck yeah, we got to do that. We got to document everything. It's going to be funny then. And that makes me want to do all the cringy shit. And I mean, this isn't an example that I want to do. It's just an example to get the point across. But imagine me walking up to a stranger or literally knocking on somebody's door and being like, hey, so I'm doing a podcast. Do you mind just saying hi or something real quick? And they'd probably be like, what the fuck? No. And I'd be like, oh, okay. See ya. That's awkward. That's cringy. The person listening would be like, dude, why'd you do that? And I'm not going to do that, but it's just a super crystal clear example of what I'm talking about. So I've thought about things like that. And I don't know, I just try not to limit myself based on this fake fear of judgment from others, because I've already done a lot of weird shit. I've already said a lot of things on here that'll get me canceled in 10 years if somebody finds it. So now's your time to look, because there's only 203 episodes now, so if you're going to find some dirt on me, it's pretty easy now. But anyway, I'm sure we'll have... Yeah, never mind. Anyway, so what else was I going to say? I was going to say one more thing. What I was going to say or touch on really briefly was the quality and how this podcast... Whoa, I bet the quality here is fucking great. Yo, this is the quality in my closet. Well, anyway, God damn, dude, can I keep my focus on one thing for once? The quality of this specific episode is how I anticipate the future of the show being. Like,
Episode 7,305, the majority of those are going to be exactly like this one. Shit quality, not a lot of attention to organization, just kind of spitting thoughts out with no real structure whatsoever. So, and it's also, I'm out of breath. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Jesus. So if I take, I just view time so much differently, dude. Like, time is so valuable. And so when I sit at my desk and I'm recording, and it's got the nice quality, and I got my microphone, and I push it off till later or whatever, and then I write about it. If I do everything, if I'm trying to make it nice, and if I'm waiting or whatever, like, I can multitask. I mean, I can talk while I'm doing something else. And like in the intro and outro, the point is not to be professional or organized or anything. It's just shoot from the hip, document what I'm doing, talk about what I did, why I made certain decisions. That's it. And so if I do, for example, I did this while I was taking a nice bath, and now I'm just sitting in my bathroom, so now I'm contradicting what I'm about to say. But if it takes me 30 minutes of additional time to sit down and do all that shit versus me doing it while I'm driving or while I'm walking home from the gym or while I am doing whatever, that just gives me an extra 30 minutes in my day to get other things done. And dude, I want to start doing that, because that's a whole extra half hour. And I just view time so much differently now. Like, when I'm pushing myself to get certain things done, and I know that if I'm going to get to a certain spot in life that I have to be getting XYZ tasks done daily or whatever it is, it's like, dude, I need 50-hour days, Get stressful. And I'm not even doing anything yet. So anyway, I'll leave you guys with that. That's the thought for today. So, so that was 203. It's May 9th, I believe. I can never remember. May 9th, 3:15 p.m. That's the show. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey, thanks for listening, and quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds, and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.